Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today I am going to briefly talk about 6 more altcoins that I believe have a 500x potential or more in the long term. All right. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, if you're interested in trading and would like to try the same exchange that I use, feel free to go ahead and check out the MEXC crypto exchange with the link in the video description below this video. I personally love this exchange because one, as you guys can clearly see, they've got extremely low trade fees. And in addition to that, they've got over 1,500 different altcoins for altcoin nerds like myself to be able to buy and trade at any given time. And in addition to that, they do not require KYC, which is very, very nice. So, all right, guys, here's the thing, all right? I totally get it, all right? I do. I get it. 500x seems like a very huge price increase that may seem impossible. And trust me, I totally understand your thought process if you're thinking this, because honestly, it is true. However, as many of you guys know, there's a ton of good altcoins out there that have a super low market cap coupled with, useful utility that, can actually help people in everyday industries. And if widespread adoption, if widespread institutional adoption ever happens, there's going to be a ton of these small cap altcoins that we can assume will ultimately skyrocket because they solve real world problems. All right. So with that said, I'm going to briefly show you 6 more altcoins in addition to all of my other videos like this, 6 more altcoins that I personally believe have a chance at doing 500x or more in the long term. However, do not take this as a guarantee or anything, because obviously nothing is ever guaranteed considering we cannot see the future and it's all based on speculation, all right? But anyway, here's the thing, all right? The first coin that I've got for you guys here is going to be Serum, all right? It's going to be Serum and their SRM token, all right? So if you're not familiar with Serum, it's basically an easy-to-use decentralized exchange on the Solana blockchain that does not rely on AMM-based pools for its functionality, all right? Instead, Serum has an order book that's used to match traders willing to swap cryptocurrencies. Now, here's the thing, all right? For the 500x part of this project, as I said before, this is all speculation and I base a lot of my speculation on current market cap levels, all right? Coupled with realistic outlooks as well, okay? So let's see how realistic it would be for Serum to actually do a 500x. So let's check this out real quick. If we were to do this at, we're at 0.17 cents right now. If we were to go ahead and multiply this by 500, we would come out to an $85 SRM coin. And remember, we're talking about long term here, okay? We're not talking about maybe next bull market. We're maybe talking about the one after that or the one after that even, okay? We are talking about long-term investing here. We're not talking about short-term mindset thinking, okay? So we're at an $85 coin, Serum coin, if it does a 500x someday, all right? Now let's go ahead and multiply this by its circulating supply of, we'll just call it 264 million. So 264 million, we would come out with a market cap of roughly $22.4 billion, which realistically, in the grand scheme of things, in the height of a bull market, a market cap for a DEX project like this really isn't impossible, okay? So realistically, in the long-term grand scheme of things, I do think, Serum does have a shot at doing, 500x at some point in time in the long-term future, all right? So as far as Serum goes, that does it. Now, the next coin that I've got here for you guys is going to be Revain, okay? Now, here's the thing with Revain, all right? It's actually a pretty old project, but it definitely has its own set of unique use cases, all right? And for those of you who aren't familiar with Revain, think of it as a blockchain-based feedback platform that rewards users for giving valuable reviews. Here's the thing, all right? Traditional online review platforms, they have all kinds of issues. I mean, they really, really do, including fake accounts, spam, paid reviews that are completely biased, and much, much more, all right? However, here's the thing. Revain filters through all of the noise they've pretty much filtered through all of the noise and makes online reviews fair and unbiased. Realistically, Revain is in direct competition pretty much with traditional platforms such as Trustpilot, Yelp, and Angie's List and stuff like that. So now let's check out and see if this one has the potential to do a 500x in the long term. All right. Now here's the thing. When I'm talking about long term here again, I am really talking about long term here, okay? I'm talking about when institutional money comes into the crypto market and starts to adopt these different projects like Revain, which could be extremely useful in the, in our modern society. All right, so let's check this out. If we take the current coin, 0.0004, and we go ahead and multiply it by 500, we are going to get a 20-cent Revain coin. All right, how high has this gone already? It's already, oh wow, this thing's already gone up to like $3, but it was a long time ago. So realistically, if it did 500x, it could go up to roughly 20 cents. Okay, so if we take 20 cents and we go ahead and multiply that by its circulating supply of 1,000 million billion, 85 billion tokens, let's see what this would come out as. 85 billion tokens, 1,000 million billion. All right, we come out to a $17 billion market cap, which again, in the long-term grand scheme of things, in the height of a bull market, I do not see this as being an impossible number to reach in the long term, you guys. All right, so realistically, yes, I do think that Revain could do a 500x in the long-term future here. All right, so the next one that I've got for you guys here is probably one that you might not have heard of before, but it is called AdShares, okay? Now, I've personally looked into this one in the past, and it's pretty interesting, but AdShares is a blockchain-based advertisement protocol that connects clients with publishers using Web3 technology, and it offers Web3 spaces for clients to promote on, including, metaverses such as the Sandbox and other blockchain gaming platforms as well. Pretty much here, you guys, think of AdShares as the Google advertising equivalent on the blockchain, which if mainstream adoption ever happens, a project like this will surely take off, especially since, the advertising industry itself is extremely enormous, okay? So let's see how high this one could go if it did a 500x. So if we did a 500x on this one, we'll take 1.19, multiply that by 500, and we get a $595 coin. Holy smokes, that's high. Let's see how high it's been already. Let's see, it's already been, well, not that high. I mean, it's already been to like $5.50. So if this thing did a 500x in the long-term future, if it ever gets adopted, I mean, geez, guys, that $595 coin compared to where it's at right now, that's pretty dang huge, all right? So if we take $595 and we go ahead and multiply it by its circulating supply, as you guys can clearly see, it's got an extremely low circulating supply as well, which is also very nice, okay? So if we go ahead and multiply this by 38.7 million, let's see what we get. 38,758 million. We come out with a market cap of roughly $23 billion, which again, you guys, in the grand scheme of things, in the height of a bull market, this is not an impossible number to reach, okay? There have been many coins that have came out from, being underrated to being, on the first page of CoinMarketCap, once they take off. And realistically, a project like this, as I was saying before, advertising is enormous. So if it ever takes off someday, I mean, geez, guys, this would make for one heck of a run. So that does it for AdShares. Now, here we go. Let me get to the next one. All right. So now that we're about halfway through this video, you guys, I will try my best to get through these last three coins as quickly as possible. But the next altcoin that I've got here on my list is going to be ARK. All right. Now here's the thing about ARK. Just like Revain, it's a pretty old project from 2017, but if you're not familiar with ARK, it's basically an all-in-one blockchain solution that links various blockchains and customizes them for a broader range of use cases, all right? In addition, one of the key concepts in the ARK white paper is that they will bring blockchain technology to the masses by providing practical services for real people. And this line right here is the reason why I had to include it in this video, since a lot of the speculation around coins like this are all based on widespread adoption in the long term, all right? So let's check out this one and see what it would be if it did a 500x. So we are currently at 31 cents. 31 cents, we'll go ahead and multiply that by a 500, and we get a $155 ARK coin. Now, we go ahead and multiply this by its circulating supply, 169 million. 169,776,776. It's kind of an odd number. And we come out with, again, a very attainable market cap number of $26.3 billion. All right. In the long-term grand scheme of things, widespread adoption, you guys, again, we're thinking with a long-term mindset here. Okay. So realistically, I see no reason why a project like this can't reach those levels at some point in time in the long-term future. Okay. Again, this is all speculation though. So that does it for ARK. Now, the next coin that I've got for you guys here is going to be one that you might have probably heard of. It's going to be Alchemy Pay, okay, which you've probably heard of in the past. But if not, Alchemy Pay is pretty much a payment solution platform that provides a gateway to connect the crypto and fiat economies. Not only does the Alchemy Pay power the acceptance of cryptocurrencies through traditional payment protocols, but it also guarantees commercially viable settlement speeds by connecting with adaptation layers of blockchains and layer 2 networks as well. All right, so that is important. Realistically, Alchemy Pay is definitely another one of those projects that stands a very good chance at making some very, very nice gains if widespread adoption ever happens. So let's see what this one would be if it did a 500x someday. All right, let's see here. We've got 0.03, and we are going to multiply it by 500, and we get a $15 ACH coin. Now, if we go ahead and multiply this by its circulating supply of, we're just going to call this 1,000 million billion. We're just going to call this 5.1 billion since it's pretty much there. So 5.1 billion, 1,000 million billion, and we get a market cap of roughly 76.5 billion. Now, this one's a little bit on the higher end, but since this project has a lot to do with digital payments and stuff like that, I mean, realistically, all it's going to take is for a big spurt of growth and user growth in the long term, and I see no reason why a project like this can't reach market cap levels of $76.5 billion. All right, so that's one of the main reasons why I included it in this list. I knew it was going to be a little bit on the higher end compared to the previous coins, but realistically, since it does have to do with payment transactions and stuff like that, I really do think long term, it could reach levels like this in the long term, you guys. All right, now, last but not least, the last coin that I've got for you guys here is a blockchain gaming coin called Superpower Squad, all right, which I previously did a video on this a little bit ago, but Superpower Squad is basically a blockchain-based third-person shooter play-to-earn game that consists of gameplays such as MLBA, RPG, and roguelike gameplay as well. In addition, the game supports both solo and team modes with an immersive gaming experience, hero and weapon upgrade system, and much more. And as many of you guys know from watching a lot of my previous videos, blockchain gaming is growing at a very rapid rate. I mean, it really is. And these newer games that focus on user experience definitely have a very solid chance at potentially creating some new millionaires someday. All right. So let's see how high this thing could go if it did a 500x. Now, as you guys can clearly see, this one's got a very, very, very small market cap right now. So realistically, this one probably has the best chance at doing a 500x at some point in time. Okay. Especially if the blockchain gaming sector grows like it has been, okay? So let's take its current price of 0.009, we'll multiply it by 500, and we get a $4.50 Superpower Squad coin, or, squad coin price. So now if we go ahead and multiply this by its circulating supply of, currently we're at 94.1 million tokens, we'll just call it 95 million tokens, okay? So multiply that by 95 million tokens, and let's see what we get here. We get a $427 million market cap, you guys, which is extremely low, okay? Realistically, blockchain gaming takes off and Superpower Squad takes off. This thing could probably do much, much more than just 500x, okay? Now, I'm not saying it will, again, but realistically, these are small numbers, and if blockchain gaming ever takes off, it's definitely got this potential, you guys, all right? So that does it for Superpower Squad. Actually, that does it for all 6 of these coins. But overall here, you guys, I'm a huge altcoin nerd at heart. I have my set of, I obviously have my own set of, favorite projects that I like, but I'm not the type of person to be biased over certain ones, as I don't get into the whole tribalism stuff that goes on in the crypto space a lot. But anyway, realistically, I'm always looking into and researching all kinds of different altcoins, and these 6 underrated gems have some very, very, very good potential if widespread adoption ever were to happen someday. All right. Now, if any of you guys have any questions about any of these coins that I mentioned in this video, hey, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter because, hey, quite frankly, I'm there all the time. All right. But overall, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this one. So I will go ahead and wrap this video up. But again, before you guys leave, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis. And hey guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the comment section down below of my future videos.